Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks taking on Daniel Jones and the New York Giants.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the New York Giants. Are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
And this a quick slant to Lockett. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, you got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
17-yard line.
The numbers on the ground for Carson last week. 13 carries, 64 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on him. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. This is Carson. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
4-yard line.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Ball carrier.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think...
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now Jones on 3rd down. It's caught. Shepard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Jones and Shepard with a connection there for a Giants 1st down. They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner.
The numbers for him from a week ago. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Here's Carson. Now we've got a giant player here, slow to get up after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Giants, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a big run for AP. 51 yards. And if you're an Adrian Peterson fan, that's the sign that you want to see right there on the other end. They got to learn to get him down, or this could be a long one.
And it's also the sign that his team wanted to see. Him making that type of a run, having a force and an impact on the game that early, that really demoralizes the defense because they realize it could be a long game trying to get him on the ground.
Now Gallman. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to the ground, Peterson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and goal, Jones. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Damian Ratley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Rashad Penny on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Out comes Chris Carson in the Seattle offense. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
38-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or lights out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Well, they dialed up the screen there, hoping that convoy of blockers could get out in front and get them enough yardage for the 1st down, but they were able to get there before he got to the sticks.
Returning is Peppers. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Adrian Peterson now getting ready to go again on offense. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? On second down now, it's Peterson. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. First down, Giants. Jones to Ingram. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Peterson. He's got it on the draw. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down, Jones sets up the screen to Lewis. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
25-yard line.
On first down, Carson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down at the 28.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
That's good.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Hyde on the draw. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. He finds his running back, Hyde. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
A look at Sterling Shepard as he and this offense get set to go again. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Bruce Irvin able to record his 5th sack of the season. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. To try again after the sack. Jones always able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Flushed out right. And this one is incomplete. Trent Taylor, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this 1st half. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Returnable for Lockett. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He's played a pretty clean 1st half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the 2nd half. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. New York ready to go again offensively. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a first. Here's Gallman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last two possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Tavon Wilson up to make the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Operating from the gun, Jones. They'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Jones now throwing on fourth down. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask moves him closer. And now first and goal. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Wayne Gallman. His second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Take over first and 10.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a first and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the shotgun, Wilson. And Olsen over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Carson. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
At the 29-yard line.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. They go screen pass to Hyde. Heck of a move and then brought down near the 23.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run high. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Made at the 38-yard line.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Complete to Dion Lewis.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jones. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
That's to his running back, complete. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there. It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
New York.
Adrian Peterson. His first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Now Wilson on 1st down. Underneath, he's got Olsen. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
At the 35-yard line.
They'll try the left side. It's Carson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Dorsett. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. They run it with Carson. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun. Wilson. And able to find Dorsett. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. The throw complete to Dorsett, and he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. From the gun, Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. That took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And the tight end, Olsen, right side. Complete 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
19-yard line.
This is Carson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. From the gun, Wilson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Greg Olsen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, Corey Ballantyne. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own.
So now Jones and the Giants down 28-21, 2:09 to play. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Jones pass.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
He's back to throw. That is incomplete. 3rd and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep. They'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
On 3rd down, Carson. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And our focus now moves to Adrian Peterson. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half. It gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Back to throw. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. To throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Bring it up, bring it up. Jones pass.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
And the Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. So the victory here for Seattle, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.